Welcome to the channel. In this tutorial, we will see how we can get the user input in JavaScript programming language when we are using the Node JS. In JavaScript, if you want to get the user input, then there is a function available called as prompt. And this function is available when we are using JavaScript in browsers. It allows us to take the user input. Now, when we install Node, we can execute JavaScript programs outside the browser, and this prompt function is not available. But there is a Node module available, which is called as prompt sync, and it provides the functionality of a synchronous prompt. So in this tutorial, we will see how we can install that module and how we can use that in our program to get the user input. Here in my computer, I have installed Node.js and I'm writing only JavaScript. I'm not using the browser to run the JavaScript code. So here I have set up the Visual Studio Code with Node.js to write and execute the JavaScript programs. If you want to know about it, then I have tutorials. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. You guys can check that out. Now, in order to continue with this video, you need to download and install Node.js in your computer, and you need to have the Node package manager, which is npm, installed in your computer. If you haven't installed them, then you guys can check out my tutorials. Again, the link will be in the description box. But if you don't know whether you have installed Node and npm, then you can check that out. All you have to do is click on the start button in Windows, and you need to open up the command prompt. And here we can check which version of Node is installed in our computer, if it is installed. So just type in node space -- version and hit the enter button, and you will see the version of Node installed in your computer. In my computer, I have 15.2.0. Depending on when you're watching this video and which version you have installed, the number will be different. And after that, we can check the npm version installed in our computer. We just have to type in npm space -- version, and we get some version displayed in here. Again, depending on when you're watching this video and which version of npm installed, the number will be different for you guys. Just in case if you get the messages like Node is not a recognized command or npm is not recognized command, then it means that you guys have not installed Node and npm. You guys have to install them. Now, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna install the Node module that I have mentioned before, which is prompt sync, by using the npm. We have to type in npm space install space prompt -sync, and after that hit the enter button. It will download this package and it will install it. Wait for the installation to finish. Now the package has been installed. We can close this command prompt. In our program now, what we can do is we can use the prompt sync module that we have just installed. First, here I'm going to enable the strict mode. Now what we have to do is we have to load the module that we have installed in our computer to our program, and we can do that by using the require. And here we need to specify the module we want to load, and that is prompt sync, and we will mention that in here. And what it does is it loads this module, and this module exports a function which creates the prompting functions. So what we can do is we can refer the function exported by this module by using a variable in our program. So we will say const ps equal to require prompt sync. Here ps is the variable name that I have chosen, which is just the short name for prompt sync. Now, as I said before, the function exported by this prompt sync module creates the prompt. So in order to get the prompt, what we have to do is we have to call that function exported by this module, and we can call that function by referring this ps, and it will return the prompt, and we will refer that prompt by using another variable, and I'm going to say const prompt equal to ps. Now, while calling that function which creates the prompt, we can pass in some configuration information. We will talk about that later. So now here we have this prompt available, and by using it, we can take the user input. For example, I'm gonna say let name equal to prompt, and I'm gonna say enter your name, and then I can display the name that will be entered by the user. So I'm gonna say console.log, and here I'm gonna use the backtick, and I'm gonna say hello, and I'm gonna refer this name variable. Okay, now if I save this program and if I run this code, enter your name, I'm gonna say Anil, and now it will display hello Anil. So what we have done here is, by using this prompt, we have taken the input from the user and we have displayed that. Now there is a lot of stuff that we can do with this prompt. For example, we can pass in some default values if the user is not gonna enter any values and all those stuff. If you want me to make any tutorials, then I'll make them. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this program, and normally the terminals are set up in such a way that user can exit from that program at any point in time by pressing Ctrl+C. What happens when we press Ctrl+C is it generates an interrupt signal, and that interrupt will cause the program to terminate at that particular time. So now if I press Ctrl+C in here, the program will not terminate. Of course, it terminates after displaying hello null, because I have not entered the value, so it has taken null here. It has terminated after completing everything, but it has not ended at that exact time. So to add that functionality, what we can do here is, while calling the function which creates the prompt, we can pass in some config information, as I said before, and here we will pass one config information, and that is, we will say sigint, that is, if any interrupt signal is generated, then treat it accordingly. So we will write sigint, that is interrupt signal true. And now if I save this program and if I run this code, and now if I press Ctrl+C, now you guys can see the program terminates at that particular point. It will not display anything. That program is stopped at that particular time only. Now here we can simplify this code. That is the way we get the prompt. We can get rid of these variables. So what we will do is, we will load the module by using require, and then we will specify the module name, which is prompt sync. And now we know that this module exports a function and we have to call that function. So what we can do is, we can directly call that function in here, and we can pass in the configuration information which we pass when we call that function. So here I'm gonna say signal interrupt true. And when we call the function exported by this module, it creates the prompt and it returns that. And what we can do is, we can refer that prompt by using a variable in our program. So we will say const prompt equal to. So now if I save this program and if I run this code, and if I enter my name like Anil, it will display hello Anil. Now here this prompt function returns the user input as a string value. If the user is going to enter a number, then also it will return that in string form. That number will be in string form. If you want to work with numbers, then you have to convert the number which is in string form to number form. So this is it guys for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like it, hit the like button. If you don't like it, then hit the dislike button. If you want to say something, then write that in the comment box. For more tutorials like this, do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later in the next video.